As men age, one of the most common questions they have is whether male function really changes with time, and if so, how deeply it affects overall health and well-being. Science has spent decades studying this topic, and the evidence shows that yes, male function does evolve with age. But the story is more complex than just decline. Understanding these changes can help men take better care of their bodies, preserve vitality, and maintain a fulfilling quality of life. When we speak about male function, people often think only of sexual performance. While this is certainly part of the picture, the scientific definition is much broader. Male function encompasses hormonal health, reproductive ability, energy levels, muscle mass, bone density, cardiovascular performance, and even mental sharpness. All these systems are interconnected, meaning that a change in one area can ripple across the entire body. One of the most significant biological changes involves hormones, particularly testosterone. Testosterone levels naturally peak in early adulthood and then slowly decline at about 1% per year after the age of 30. This decline is gradual, not sudden, but over decades it becomes noticeable. Lower testosterone can contribute to reduced energy, loss of muscle mass, slower metabolism, and sometimes decreased sexual desire. However, it's important to remember that these changes vary widely among men, and lifestyle choices play a huge role in how strongly they are felt. Beyond hormones, circulation and cardiovascular health also play a critical role in male function. As men get older, arteries can stiffen and blood flow may be reduced, which can directly affect performance and stamina. Poor circulation doesn't just impact the heart, it also influences other sensitive areas of male health. Science consistently shows that keeping the cardiovascular system strong through exercise, balanced nutrition, and proper hydration is one of the most effective ways to maintain function well into later decades of life. Another area that science has investigated is muscle mass and strength. Starting around the mid-40s, men begin to lose muscle tissue more quickly, a process known as sarcopenia. This loss affects not only strength but also metabolism and body composition. Fortunately, research also shows that resistance training, adequate protein intake, and regular physical activity can slow down or even reverse much of this decline. In fact, many men in their 60s and 70s who remain active can preserve muscle and energy levels comparable to much younger men. Cognitive and emotional health also influence male function more than most realize. Stress, lack of sleep, and mental fatigue can reduce hormone balance, lower desire, and affect energy levels. Science highlights the strong connection between the mind and the body, showing that chronic stress can accelerate age-related decline, while good mental health practices like mindfulness, deep sleep, and stress management can support vitality. It's also worth addressing some of the myths. Many people believe that aging always leads to severe dysfunction. In reality, science paints a more hopeful picture. While changes do occur, they are not inevitable in the extreme. Men who maintain a healthy weight, stay physically active, eat nutrient-rich foods, manage stress, and avoid smoking and excess alcohol can often preserve strong function well into older age. In fact, research shows that lifestyle choices can sometimes outweigh chronological age in predicting male vitality. Nutrition plays an equally powerful role. Diets rich in whole foods, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats support hormonal balance and circulation. Specific nutrients like zinc, magnesium, omega-3 fatty acids, and antioxidants are especially critical for maintaining male health. Science also points out that nuts, seeds, leafy greens, and oily fish all contribute to healthier hormone levels and improved circulation. Another key factor is preventative health care. Regular checkups, blood tests for hormone levels, and screenings for cardiovascular health can catch issues early before they impact function significantly. Science stresses that men who engage in proactive healthcare tend to experience fewer age-related declines compared to those who ignore symptoms or delay medical visits. Finally, it's important to understand that male function with age is not just a biological story, but also a lifestyle story. Science clearly shows that while natural changes do occur, how you live, how you eat, move, rest, and manage stress can make the biggest difference in the long run. Aging is unavoidable, but decline is not always inevitable. With the right habits, men can feel strong, vital, and active even into their 70s and beyond. So, does male function change with age? The answer is yes, but science reveals that these changes are not destiny. With smart lifestyle choices, good nutrition, regular exercise, and mindful healthcare, men can support their bodies, maintain healthy function, and continue living with energy and confidence.